Welcome to Feedback Studio. Now this is another video in which we're looking at some of the ways in which Feedback Studio can help you provide effective feedback to students. Now there are three main mechanisms in Feedback Studio through which you can provide qualitative feedback to students, with rubrics as a fourth, which we've separated out into their own video set. Now these three feedback mechanisms are long-form feedback, in-text comments, and Quickmarks. In this video we're going to be focusing on Quickmarks, explaining what they are and how they can be of use. In other videos we'll be looking in more detail at how to use and manage Quickmarks, but for now we're going to be assuming that you have no previous experience of Quickmarks, and so we're going to be making some initial introductions. Now I'm sure there are many of you out there who can remember the days when marking involved laboriously handwriting comments on essays in a red biro. Certainly I can remember the cramp that I used to get in my pen hand, and those moments when just picking up the pen again was excruciatingly painful. And what was worse was having to write down for what felt like the millionth time things like, "Please put your book titles in italics." And so frustrating and so painful was this repetitive process that eventually I went to a stationery shop and had a rubber stamp made bearing the legend "Book Titles in Italics," and that visceral feeling of literally punching the message into the essay was actually rather therapeutic. Why am I boring you with this story? Well, because Quickmarks are like having an entire set of stamps. A stamp for every one of your most common or standard comments that you write on an essay. Things that don't need to be tailored to a specific purpose but are always the same. Critical things like citation missing, or missing quotation marks, be more specific, or is this relevant? And reinforcing things like well-focused or nicely developed point, well-explained, or excellent supporting evidence. So let's take a look. Here we are with an assignment open. On the right-hand side we can see our toolbar, and it's the blue buttons that give us our various feedback options. Rubrics at the bottom, long-form feedback in the middle, and right at the top here is the button for Quickmarks. So let's click here and see what it looks like. There are a few different parts to this panel, and I'm not going to explain all of them. We're just going to look at the most obvious part, which is this central section, which is a whole series of blue blocks. Now these are the Quickmarks, or stamps themselves. Each block represents a set of feedback comments. If you click on any of them, you can see the comments in the preview panel at the bottom. Now there are three ways in which you can add a Quickmark to an assignment. First, you can add a Quickmark by simply dragging it over and dropping it wherever you want. From there, anyone reading the assignment can simply click on the comment box to see the full feedback. Alternatively, if you click anywhere on the assignment, you'll see three options for adding comments onto the assignment. The first of these is for Quickmarks. The other two are for in-text comments and in-line comments, which are explained in the video on adding comments. Now if you click on Quickmarks, you'll see a box appear which is really a replication of the panel on the right. All you need to do is to click on the Quickmark that you want to add. Finally, if you want your Quickmark to be associated with a specific passage of text, then you can attach it by simply selecting the text you want to highlight. Click and drag across the text, and when you let go of the button you'll see another three buttons appear, and once again the first one on the left is the Quickmarks icon. Click on it and select the Quickmark you want, and that Quickmark will now be associated with that text. Whenever you add a Quickmark, you can always move it around the page to wherever you think it makes the most sense. If you have attached the Quickmark to a specific set of text, then there'll be a highlight and a yellow line connecting the two to make the link obvious. It's always worth remembering to try and avoid the Quickmark box obscuring any of the actual text itself, because if the assignment's ever printed off, then the text underneath the Quickmark box will be unreadable. So there we go. In other videos, we'll be looking at how you can create your own Quickmarks and organize them so that you have exactly what you want easily and quickly to hand. Why not look at those videos next?